Squid Game Season 2. The Price of Survival. After winning the deadly games and receiving the prize money, Seong Gi-hun, now a changed man, is left haunted by his past. Although he has the riches he once dreamed of, the trauma of his experience in the Squid Game and the loss of his friends weigh heavily on him. His life is spiraling, and he becomes consumed by one question: who is behind the game, and why did they choose people like him? Gi-hun has kept a low profile since his return, but his obsession with the Squid Game grows. He receives a mysterious call urging him to meet someone who knows about the masterminds behind the games. At the same time, a new batch of players enters the competition, unaware of the horrors that await them. A young woman, Minji, is among the new recruits. Struggling to pay off her family's debts, she sees the invitation as a way out of her desperate situation. As the games unfold, Minji begins to suspect that there may be more to the Squid Game than the players realize. Gi-hun's investigation leads him to a former employee of the organization, who reveals that the games are part of a vast global network run by the elite. But when Gi-hun confronts him for answers, the informant is killed, leaving him with only half-truths. Meanwhile, Minji is becoming more entrenched in the game, forming bonds with other contestants. The tension rises as the stakes increase, and alliances are tested. Minji forms an uneasy alliance with one of the other players, Jiho, but their trust in each other is quickly shattered when they are forced to play a cruel version of tug-of-war. Gi-hun discovers that the organization's leaders are not just wealthy individuals. They are powerful figures who have been running the game for decades, treating it as a twisted form of entertainment. He also learns that the games have a purpose beyond just financial gain. They are used to weed out the strongest, creating a pool of ruthless individuals who will then play a high-stakes game to control the global economy. As he digs deeper, he discovers a chilling connection between the Squid Game and his own family. Back in the game, Minji and Jiho narrowly escape death in a deadly game of marbles. The remaining players start to realize that there is no easy way out, and they must rely on each other to survive. However, trust becomes harder to maintain as players begin to betray one another for their own survival. Gi-hun confronts a former high-ranking official who has been part of the Squid Game operation. This encounter leads to a shocking revelation. The original founder of the Squid Game is someone Gi-hun knows, a childhood friend who was thought to have died years ago. Meanwhile, the new players face their most difficult game yet, a reimagining of the childhood game, Red Light, Green Light, where players must freeze under the watchful eye of robotic guards. As the numbers dwindle, Minji grows more determined to escape the game and find out the truth about the organization. Gi-hun learns the truth behind the Squid Game's origins. The game was not a mere accident, but the result of a group of wealthy individuals who once played it for fun. Over the years, it evolved into an underground tournament, attracting the rich and powerful who watched from the sidelines, while betting on the outcomes. Gi-hun also uncovers an uncomfortable fact. The winner of each season is manipulated, often forced to play a role in the next iteration of the game, either as a game master or recruiter. The cycle continues, ensuring that the game never truly ends. In the game, Minji faces her ultimate challenge in the final round, a brutal game of Squid, the same game that led to Gi-hun's victory in Season 1. With only a handful of players left, including Jiho, Minji faces a choice: become part of the ruthless system or defy the odds and risk her life to expose the game to the world. Meanwhile, Gi-hun is forced to make an impossible decision. His search for answers puts him in the crosshairs of those who want to preserve the Squid Game at all costs. The final game looms, and Gi-hun confronts the mastermind behind the entire operation, his childhood friend. who has been masquerading as a masked leader. The friend reveals that the Squid Game was created not just for profit, but as a commentary on the desperation and corruption of society. To him, the player's suffering is a reflection of humanity's darker nature, and he believes that those who survive are the ones truly worthy of success. However, Gi-hun refuses to accept this ideology, choosing to risk everything to stop the cycle. In a shocking twist, Minji and Jiho manage to work together to defeat the final round of the game. They escape with the knowledge of the organization's inner workings, but it comes at a heavy price. Many players perish in the process. Gi-hun and Minji join forces to expose the Squid Game to the world. In a final confrontation with the remaining leaders, they destroy the organization's secret network. However, just as they think they have won, a new threat emerges. A powerful corporation, even more dangerous than the first, reveals itself as the true puppeteer. In a shocking twist, Gi-hun realizes that his actions may have unwittingly fueled the creation of an even larger and more destructive game. The cycle of bloodshed may never end. As the season ends, both Gi-hun and Minji must come to terms with the horrifying reality that no matter how hard they fight, there will always be those who play the game, and the only way to truly survive is to learn how to play it.